Good morning, people. What is going on? Hey, Fish here from the Ridingfish YouTube channel. As you guys know, if you don't know, I am Fish. I do motorcycle content 99% of the time. 1% of the time I do whatever's cool. I should have shades on. Anyway, guys, check it out. I have topped over 1,000 miles on the Sport Chief, baby. Finally, and I'm psyched about it. I have about 850 or 900 on this one, and then I'm just adding in some miles that I have on Super Built, which I'm going to talk about this in review, but Super Built, really built up Sport Chiefs, as well as just other Sport Chiefs bone stock. But this being the 2025 Sport Chief RT, I can talk a little bit about this bike, the RT version, as well as the RT. And in this video, I'm going to go over what this is, and then I'm going to go over, sorry, I turned you guys around. And then I'm going to go over what I would do different to this if I owned it, if it was mine, what things. There's a couple, like there's probably only a couple, like 2 or 3 things that I would do if it was mine, my personal one. And then what I would do if I was Mr. Indian Motorcycle and I wanted to build off of this platform, what would I do then in like a conceptual dream world? I think that might be fun to talk about. But overall, let's start by talking about this bad boy. So first of all, this is a 2025 Sport Chief RT. RT means, I believe, road touring. Comes with hard saddlebags. That's right. And an audio system, which, you know, stock audio, you know, whatever. We'll talk about that in a second. Other than that, that's the RT part. If you don't know a Sport Chief comes with their 116 cubic inch air cooled motors. These are the Thunderstroke motor. It comes with sport bike technology with inverted front forks, dual disc Brembo brakes, which is the same system that they run on the Indian Challenger and the Power Plus platforms. A 2-into-2 exhaust. It has bags we're going to talk about in a second. This is the seat for the RT. T-bars stock. The Sport Chief is the only one I think that comes with stock T-bar setup. So if you look here, look there, we have and these are the lowest ones, with a 3.5-inch digital display, which is pretty freaking cool as well. And then comes with a quarter fairing, and the quarter fairing has adjustable. You can get different size windshields to go with your freaking risers, and depending on how tall you want them or how low. This is, I'm almost certain this is the lowest one you can get. So we, on our digital screen here, I'll show you guys, there is a couple things. First of all, different odometers. So we have an speedometer with a tachometer, gear cluster. This one says that it's in sport mode, you know, says it's connected to what do you call it? And then this one is like an analog. It's still digital, obviously, but it's analog. Speedometer, tachometer, fuel economy, oh my god, I'm all over the place. Compass, direction. Also has the temperature. I'll go back to this one real quick. Has the temperature, has the odometer, has what gear you're in, all this stuff, right? And then you can cycle through to kind of like a battery or bike health situation. Temperature outside, battery voltage, obviously 46 miles per the gallon. How much range I have, that's all about correct. Has built-in navigation. Scroll out. The navigation's pretty cool. You can do weather overlay, so you can actually see weather. It's a paid service after a year, but anyway, or maybe 2 years. You have to pay for it. It's like $100 a year or something, and then you get like live traffic and live weather, which is freaking awesome. Anyway, that's that. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh yeah, audio. Obviously has the speaker, which is a 5 speaker. It's like 2 speakers, 2 tweeters, and a subwoofer or a mid bass, all built into the one unit, which is, I think, really sleek, honestly. And we'll talk about that in a second. And then back to the gauge. So, and there is, like I was saying earlier, there is ride modes, there's tour, standard, and sport. You can adjust brightness, you can freaking adjust everything, guys. So let's talk about it. It is, all right, so this bike, bone stock's coming in at about 90 horsepower and 125, 126 feet-pounds of torque. Let me tell you, for a 700, actually, hang on, let me look at my notes. 714-pound wet bike. That means fuel, oil, everything, right? Air-cooled, not liquid, so that's always that. That is plenty of power. This has a bone stock exhaust, so it is nice and EPA quiet. The brakes are, look at it. The brakes are marvelous. Like I said, it is a 116 cubic inch motor. And these do have dual Fox Racing shocks. I don't know what those are called, but the exterior ones. Nice little back end. Both bags are the same. Let's talk about that. You guys. So people have said and keep telling me they don't really know if they love the look of these with these bags, and that they're really small. So I thought I would show you guys a couple of things that maybe a person would keep in here. So let's talk about them. Here's the bag, right? There is two, obviously. They both are locking. They are hard bags. So you pop it off, and you can open it. And in here I have one of those oversized armored hoodies, right? It is not a little hoodie. It actually has armor in the shoulders, armor in the elbow pads. I have 3 bottles of water. I got the book on here. I even got a freaking Ridingfish sticker. Not that that really matters. But anyway, so I got all that in here. So a rain suit, pair of like sneakers. I mean, whatever. And one thing I like about this is that it pops from the back. And the reason why I like that is because if you were to ride and you forgot to latch this, it wouldn't, I mean, it would flop, but it wouldn't like flop open like hugely, right? I think that's kind of a neat thing. Now, what would I have in the other bag? Well, obviously I live in Minnesota, so I would have a set of big ass winter boots, right? I mean, these are huge. I mean, guys, seriously, not one, but two. Obviously nobody really carries winter boots, but if you had sneakers or anything else, it would easily fit in there. Again, they're super sturdy. And yeah, people always ask, what the heck could you fit in there? So could you fit a toolkit? Absolutely. Other shoes, rain suit, hat, keys. Could you put your leather jacket? If you're small. If you're big, it might get a little tight, but maybe, especially if it's an armored leather jacket. I mean, literally, all on my point is guys, they're freaking bigger than you think. And that is not what she said. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about this bike. So I did refer to the fact that it has the T-bar setup. Let me show you guys something. This is a 2022 Scout, which we all know did not come with T-bars. So I put, I don't know, a couple thousand miles on it. And after doing some work on this, decided to switch it up. I went with Lawless Garage. They helped me do some stuff with a Hellbent adapter and whatever, all this stuff. So I now have T-bars on here. And the reason why I bring that up is it is important, is that I went bone for bone to realize that the performance having the T-bar setup is actually better than ape hangers. It is a little snappier than I'm used to with regular bars. So there isn't a performance driven reasoning behind the T-bars. It does make it flickable, and I know that the Sport Chief RT has a different like neck right in here. The trail and rake is less than a regular Chief. This is obviously the same as a Sport Chief, so some of these are, a lot of these things go back and forth. but I just wanted to point out to you that, yeah, it is more flickable. The angle is a sharper angle, probably even more than this. If you look at this, this is a little bit different because I have a 1-inch extended cap on the Scout to raise it up just a little bit. So yeah, the bike has been great. What do I think this bike could be used for? I really think this bike could be used for almost pretty much anything. My biggest day I've had on it was, I think I did 550 in a day, which a lot of people don't do that many in a day. I could have did more. I do remember I was a little bit sore around the 400-mile mark. But honestly, I really dig a lot of things about this seat. I dig the looks of it. The look is great. Great back support to hold you in when you're getting on it. That lower lumbar, whatever. I'm 6 foot, 235 pounds, and for the fact that this held me around for 400 miles before I got sore, I have never ran a passenger on here, just to be honest with you. I would assume a small passenger wouldn't have an issue. There is no backrest or anything, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that, as well as that's the stock setup. Guys, I've been ripping on it. It's been so much fun. I will say that I did do a Sport Chief with higher risers and a different windshield. The higher risers and the different windshield, I do believe makes your bubble just a little bit different, obviously. This is more of an aggressive stance. Here, I'll show you guys. Okay, so when I come up here, I sit on here. This is it. This is stock. Maybe a little bit higher would be great, but this is my position. And yeah, I'll tell you, there's a benefit to this. I'll tell you what that is right now. So I would say the benefit to being in a little bit more aggressive stance, maybe the slightly lean forward, is that I'm this much closer to the audio system. I felt like I could hear this really well, comparably to the ones that higher up, which I would then be back just a little bit more, the audio being farther. But truth be told, guys, believe me or not, I can hear the audio pretty freaking good. Now, there's times where if it's extra windy, that is not exactly the case. But I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty freaking impressed. I mean, it's loud enough that when I come home at 1 in the morning from work, that I literally turn it down because I'm scared I am probably waking up the neighbors. I should ask John next door. All right. So yeah, if I ask them next door, maybe they'll yell at me. But all right, let's talk about things that I would change. And this could be for a couple of reasons. But first thing I would probably change, and I'm a little nervous about changing this because it would change everything, is personally I would probably get a Toast Performance exhaust and put it on here. I think it would look sick. It would sound nice and loud like we like, but it does make me think to myself, be able to freaking hear the audio is good. I just don't know, to be honest with you guys, because I'm gonna be honest, this freaking Scout right here is rowdy as F. Like, hang on, let's start it. Hang on. Cold start, Indian. Oh, I bet is it a neutral? It is a neutral. All right, here we go, cold start. Yeah, that's pretty freaking rowdy. You never know how good they come across, but yeah, it's great to just start them and turn them off too, by the way, in case you were wondering. But anyway, so it is rowdy. Now, if that exhaust was going through this bike, first of all, I've heard a Toast pipe on this. We'll talk about it in a second. And it was rowdy as F, and it was regular Sport Chief. Sounded amazing, looks great. I don't even dislike this look, to be honest with you, but it does sound amazing. But could the audio be heard the same? I don't know.
Yeah.
The audio's not that much. That exhaust is a little rowdy. I would love to know. To be honest with you, I just love to know. But with a bone stock exhaust, the wind protection that offers, I can definitely all the music. So So that would be one thing, is the exhaust, right? But maybe that's a little rowdy. If it was a little less, maybe just slip-ons, it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. The other thing that I would have to do, this one I would have to do, and this is for me, not for everybody, but check it out, guys. 100%, I would have to maybe do the fork raises. Raise this bad boy up just a little bit on both sides, because I do find myself scraping. Like, I mean, that nub is, that nub is grinded pretty good. I haven't hit anything major, but just the foot pegs themselves that I've just grinded. I just, you know, whatever. Little, you can tell there's less or way more because there's like a bunch of roundabouts and stuff around my house. So mostly, guys, I've been using this as like a commuter. Work to back, go get Chipotle, have fun, ripper, right? But again, I've done 550 or so miles in a day, so I've done both. This bike is great because it is best of both worlds. It does have all the creature comforts like electronic cruise control. I believe you can get heated grips on here. I mean, you have options to do a lot of things to you make this bike how you'd want it. As a second bike, as a ripper, I mean, you could just get a Sport Chief. You don't even have to have the fairing and all that, but it is pretty cool to have this. By the way, I love the rugged look. I know some people say they don't really like it. I mean, if this was mine, I'd probably pop that off, to be honest with you. Let's see, what else would I do? You know, honestly, I would probably do a set of cams. I do have a video where I rode a guy's Sport Chief, the TNA Sport Chief, with a freaking 131, the can, like everything, carbon fiber, all the stuff. I did all the stuff, or I rode it with all the stuff. And I'll be honest, guys, that 131, I'll be honest, with 150 feet-pounds of torque and 120 horsepower, I don't think I would feel comfortable riding it really in any kind of off weather. But this, the way it's set up, it's right at that, it's just right at that point, baby, where it's super fun and I could ride it in anything with anybody. But that 131 in it is a setup that is kind of crazy. Those are probably it. Maybe I'd raise the bars, like I said. Maybe I'd raise the bars. Maybe I didn't mind this. I freaking love this bike. I've had a lot of fun with it. The suspension is good. I'd never have thought I shouldn't do anything. The Fox Racing rear shocks are good. These are also twist adjustable, which I have not even dialed in for myself. You would think after 1,000 miles I might dial it in, but I didn't. The front suspension setup is just fabulous. It's just freaking fabulous. Now, obviously, it's geared for this bike and not the Challenger, but it runs the same thing. So, all right, guys. Let's talk about real quick. At night, this is the bone stock. I think this is the stock headlight. At night, it works pretty good, right? If I was gonna run a stock headlight, I would probably run the adaptive one just because it works a little bit better. Obviously, there's other options. I would probably get some BC mirrors and levers. Obviously, let me just, in case you guys don't know what BC mirrors are. Dude, can you even, does that even come through? Try to catch that bad boy in the light. Get you were wondering, little BC boy. Just so you know, shout out to BC Customs, painted this job. Carbon fiber, BC Customs, my boy. Anyway, squirrel moment. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that here. I really enjoyed the bike. The bike is great. Who else can say they did a test review of 1,000 miles? I can say it, what I would change on it. The bike is fabulous. It doesn't have traction control, which is okay with me. It does have ABS, which is fabulous. Fabulous is quite the word apparently right now. And yeah, guys, I really do enjoy this bike. It stops really well. It just handles so good. It being 700 pounds, it doesn't get really wind pushy like if you are on a Scout. It is a great look at these bikes together. Woo. It does give you that great option. It's a 5-gallon tank, I believe. I get plenty of miles. I'm ready to get off and get gas when I'm ready to do it. But it's probably a couple 100 miles, almost 200 miles to the tank, maybe 180, something like that. Probably not 200, probably 150 to 180. I haven't gone tank to tank except for like once, and I was messing around, so I can't even be honest about what my mileage was. I'm gonna shoot another video right now. I'm gonna be wearing the same stuff because this video is getting long. But if I was to build this bike, if I was to do a Sport Chief fish style, what would I do different? Now, this would be it's gonna be a different bike, right? Ooh, tuck this bad boy in. It's gonna be a different bike. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe and thumbs up button, all the good stuff. Share it with your friends. Tell them to watch this and leave a comment about the things I'm wrong or right about, all the good stuff. And then, yeah, guys, keep your eye open for all kinds of fun stuff. We always got fun stuff coming on the Ridingfish channel. If it's not community things, motorcycle fun things, we're doing cool things all the time. Yeah, just anyway. Also, one more thing. You guys, ride hard, ride fast, and say hi to somebody you don't know. Peace.